Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel, Everything Home Health. My name is Raquela Renee, and this video is going to be about the pros and cons of home health. This is my first YouTube video. Please bear with me. Being in front of this camera's kind of nerve-wracking. I'm going to try my hardest not to rock back and forth in this chair. Okay, so back to what I was saying. This video is going to be about the pros and cons of home health. A little bit about myself. I am an LPN. I have been for the past 15 years. 14 of those have been spent working home health. The position that I am in now, I train home health employees, RNs, LPNs, CNAs, PCAs, you name it, I train them. And I have noticed a common theme with the questions that are asked. So I decided, why not come up with a YouTube channel to direct people to when they have these questions? Because when I train people, I've only got so much time and there's only so much information I can cover. And I like to be thorough. So I figured this would be the best thing that I could do, is come up with a YouTube channel that people could use for reference after the training's done. And hopefully I can help some other people as well. Referring to intermittent home health visits, also known as skilled nursing visits, as well as private duty nursing. So home health visits are typically between 45 minutes to an hour long. You do things such as catheter changes, wound care, diabetic teaching, hypertension teaching, medication setups, things of that nature. Private duty nursing is what I like to refer to as shift work. You do shifts. You clock in, and those shifts vary drastically. You can work I've done 1 hour shifts, 2 hour shifts, 4 hour shifts, 6 hour shifts, 10 hour shifts, 12 hour shifts. It really all just depends on the patient's needs. And over the last 14 years, I've done a combination of the two. So that leads me to the pros of home health. I love home health because it is flexible. That is one of the pros. Home health is flexible. A little bit about myself. I am a mother of 6. There is no way that I can do 12-hour shifts. I can't go to a hospital and clock in anywhere. I can't go to a patient's house. At this point in time in my life, I used to do it, but at this point in my life right now, I can't go anywhere and be stuck there for 10, 12 hours. 8 hours is a stretch. I need to be available to drop kids off to school. I need to be available to pick kids up from school. I need to be available in case the school calls and says, hey, your son's sick, you need to come pick him up. I live away from family. I don't have very much help. And so working home health allows me to be able to make a decent living. Plus, it allows me the flexibility to take care of my family. So that leads me to another pro. With home health, you can be in control of your schedule, whether you're doing home health visits or shift work. You typically let the company know what you are available to work. You make your own schedule. So that's pro number 1. I've got my little cheat sheet here because I have a habit of rambling, and I don't want to do that with you guys. I'm trying to keep this video to maybe 5-10 minutes. Right now I'm at 3 minutes, so here we go. Pro number 2. With skilled nursing visits, there is great earning potential. Okay, so when I say great earning potential, I don't mean unlimited. Of course it is limited. There's only so many hours in a day and so many patients that you can see in a day. However, the majority of companies that employ nurses to do home health visits pay per visit. They don't pay by the hour. Don't get me wrong, there are those companies that do pay hourly. However, I have found that it is more lucrative to get paid by the visit. Do not miss the days of being on the floor and having 12 patients and being pulled from this direction to that direction, yada, yada, yada. Like, I just felt that I was half-assing it. I don't feel like I was giving adequate care to all my patients. There was just no way that I could. Whereas home health, I am with that one patient, whether it's intermittent visits or private duty nursing, it is just one-on-one. It's you and that patient. You get to build a relationship with that patient. You get to know that patient inside and out. If something's wrong with that patient, you know. Just because you're with them one-on-one, and when something's off, you just notice it because you've spent so much time with that patient. Another pro to home health, every day is different. I get bored so easily. There's no way I could just go to the same job day in and day out. Like, it just does not fit my personality. There's not one day that is the same in home health. Now, don't get me wrong. If you want your days to be the same, you can try and keep them that way. You can try and schedule the same patients on the same days of the week type of thing. But I prefer the chaos. Which leads me to the cons of home health. Home health, I'm just going to say, it is not for everybody. Home health is not for everybody. So if you are the type of person that needs the same schedule day in and day out, find another field. Home health is not for you. I want to say in 15 years, so I play my schedule, let's see, on Saturdays and Sundays, the weekends. I figure out my schedule for the week. This is more or less just a roadmap, just a guide, because it never works out the way I plan it. I can schedule 6 people a day. Let's say Monday through Friday. I've scheduled myself between 6 and 10 visits a day. There is always going to be that one patient that calls and says, "Hey, honey, today's not going to work for me. Do you think you can reschedule me for later in the week or earlier in the week?" Now, I don't mind. I'm flexible. Like, it works for me. There are some nurses who can't stand it. It drives them nuts. If you're that type of person, pick another field. Home health is not for you. Another reason home health may not be for you is if you need benefits. The majority of them they don't. So home health will work for you if you have a husband whose insurance you can be on. Home health might not be for you if you need interaction with coworkers. I want to say, the only time I see my coworkers are in services, employee meeting, mandatory employee meetings. Other than that, I just don't see them. I might see a CNA coming and going, a PCA here or there. I'm an LPN, so there's usually an RN who's a case manager. They might text or call me regarding the patient, but pretty much I am in my car the majority of the day and with my patients. So if you're the type of person who needs that camaraderie, that interaction, home health's not for you. To make my schedule based off his. So if he is working mornings one week, I'll schedule all my visits for the afternoon or the evenings. If he's working evenings the next week, I schedule all my visits for the mornings. And no one really cares. So this is how it works in home health, intermittent visits. I typically will get a caseload. The company that I work for will say, "Hey, here's your patients. Let's just say 10 patients." They'll give me 10 patients, and they'll say, "Raquela, here's your 10 patients. And these 10 patients need to be seen twice this week." Now, they could care less when I see the patients. They don't care, just as long as I see the patients. So I can see the patients at 6 in the morning. I can see the patients at 6 in the evening. No one cares as long as I get the job done. As long as it works for me and the patient's okay with it, it works. So some of the cons of home health, aside from the companies that do offer benefits, there's no sick time, there's no paid time off, there's no dental insurance, there's no health insurance. You can make that work if you've got a spouse who has all these benefits. So then it's neither here nor there, and that will work great. But if you've got some major health issues and you've absolutely got to have excellent health insurance, you either need to find a home health company that offers benefits or do something else. I want to say the nurses I know that work home health who aren't married, who are single parents, they either go to family planning for their, gynecological leads, or they are enrolled in some type of insurance through the marketplace, Obamacare. So there are ways to make it work. Everyone's different. You just have to assess your individual and your family's needs to see whether it will work for you or not. For some, the higher pay is worth not getting benefits. So I was on the internet and on YouTube looking at different channels, different websites, and the majority of what I found was nothing but negativity when it came to home health. So I am here to let you know that everyone is different. What works for one person does not necessarily work for another. And just because one nurse hates home health doesn't mean that you will. You just might hate it, but you just might not. So I am here to let you know that I guess the only way to really know whether you like it or not is to give it a shot. I've been doing this for 15 years, and I will honestly tell you that if they just did away with home health, like if I showed up at work tomorrow and they said, "Hey, sorry, no more home health. You've got to either go to a hospital or a nursing home or some type of step-down facility," I honestly would change professions. That is how much I hated hospitals. I hated nursing homes. I absolutely hated it. So there might be, let's say out of 100 nurses, 95 of them might hate home health. 5 of them might love it. You might be one of the 5. So just give it a shot. This video was about the pros and cons of home health. In my next video, I will cover how to make a good living, a consistent living with home health. So stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. I am open to constructive criticism and feedback. Any questions that you have, leave in the comments. I will make videos per you guys' request, and I will try and answer every question asked of me. So until next time, take care. Bye.